Versatile Mage. Chapter 296. The Bewitching Magic Spider. I only learned that there's a beast nearby that can control one's mind. I was just coming back to bring everyone away from here, but you guys were already fighting. Why don't you go ahead and kill that son of a bitch? You can easily resolve a situation like this by killing the mastermind. Everyone will return to normal then. Zhao Manting blurted out. Usually, Mo Fan would be quick and decisive. Why was he so slow tonight? Zhao Manting was baffled. Sure. I'll hold them back. You should go and kill that son of a bitch, Mo Fan said. Zhao Manting was left speechless. It was simple to guess why Mo Fan was unwilling to go. Being able to dominate the area and leaving an entire pit filled with bones was enough to imply that the beast was not something they wanted to mess with. Mo Fan did not care about the rest of the group. Even though Mu Nujiao was put under the curse too, he could knock her out and carry her away. It made more sense to leave the place as quickly as possible. Just as Mo Fan was still trying to figure out a plan, a graceful figure floated toward him rapidly, her astonishing silver hair drifting elegantly in the wind. Come with me. Mu Ningzu arrived in front of Mo Fan with her wind track and grabbed his wrist. Where are we going to? Slow down. There's a swamp ahead. Mo Fan let out a shriek. In simpler words, it was the last place he wanted to be at. Words could not describe how unwilling Mo Fan was as he was being dragged by Mu Ningzu with brute force. However, as he got closer to the pond, he realized he had no choice but to kill the monster inside the water today. As Mo Fan was thinking about what the monster inside the water would look like, he suddenly noticed a red mark on Mu Ningxui's forehead. It made the icy and sacred girl look rather seductive. Mo Fan's heart began to beat rapidly. Wait a second, why is my heart even racing? Mu Ningzu has lost her state of mind too. But it didn't make any sense. The others had begun fighting each other when they lost their state of mind, as if they were unleashing grudges buried deep in their hearts. Mu Ningzu was in the same position too, but why was she dragging him all the way here instead? Had she fully lost control, purposely presenting herself as food to the beast in the pond? Or did the bewitchment magnify her emotions, making her more determined to kill the beast? Nirvana ice spread. Blizzard. Mu Ningzu cast an ice spell right at the eerie pond. An icy murderous intent could be seen in her eyes. She was indeed bewitched, but her emotions turned into a powerful drive to kill the culprit. Mo Fan wore the focus necklace, so he was able to maintain a clear mind. However, Mu Ningzu, who was bewitched, was still focused on killing the beast. He could not help but feel utterly impressed. This woman was such a weirdo. Everyone else was quarreling with each other, escalating to the point of trying to kill one another. Whether it was fear, anger, envy, or lust, all of them had a reason driving their madness. But that was not the case for Mu Ningzu. For her, the bewitchment only magnified her will to kill the beast. The ice rapidly spread across the water. Mu Ningzu was trying to freeze the entire pond with her Nirvana ice. There was no way the beast under the water would remain calm as the pond froze. Mo Fan prepared himself, waiting patiently at the side. If something similar to the pseudomorphing demon beast sprang out from the pond, he would instantly knock Mu Ningzu out, then knock Mu Nujiao out too, and flee with Bai Tingting and Zhao Manting. It was not a matter of lacking guts. The world was full of wonders. Mo Fan did not assume he could handle any demon beast. With his current strength, if he could not defeat it, of course he would run. The ice continued to spread rapidly. The surface of the water was almost completely frozen. Mo Fan could even see the reflection of the stars from the surface. There was indeed something inside the water. As the ice nearly covered the whole pond, many tiny creatures resembling spiders with strange eyes sprang out from the water and fled in all directions, seemingly harmless. However, a moment later, Mo Fan noticed some of the spiders creeping toward him and climbing up his pants. Mo Fan was unaware at first, as the spiders were absolutely tiny and nimble. It was impossible to feel them on his skin. Luckily, the focus necklace alerted him with a ripple. Was Ming Kong bewitched by these little spiders when he was getting water from the pond? The thought crossed Mo Fan's mind. These tiny creatures must be the reason. Otherwise, the focus necklace would not have reacted. If he were bewitched, his current thought, to run away, would have been magnified. He would end up fleeing alone without caring about the others. Or maybe he would just go ahead and kill that bastard Liao Mingxuan, who had been a nuisance for a long time. As Mo Fan was still immersed in his thoughts, a loud explosion erupted inside the pond. The layer of ice shattered and scattered widely. The impact produced a huge wave, surging out and flooding the area. Even more shockingly, countless spiders leapt around on the water, fleeing in all directions in fear. An utterly hideous brain surfaced from the water, along with lines of eyes emitting an evil crimson glow. Some of them stared at Mo Fan, while the rest fixed on Mu Ningzu. It was the brain of a spider, half the size of a room. Its eyes were located between the brain and the face. The face was oddly shaped, utterly contorted with dark lines. The bulk of its body was made up of brains, while its actual body was significantly smaller. However, what caught Mo Fan's attention the most were its legs. They were densely packed with hairs as sharp as sabers. These weren't legs, they were 8 razor-edged sabers that could easily pierce through a chest. A spider-type demon beast. The type was infamous for being evil and cold-blooded. They had countless strange, cruel ways to hunt their prey. They were experts in using traps, curses, poison, and bewitchment to catch prey off guard. It was a bewitching magic spider. Heaven knows how long this creature had been living here and how many beasts it had devoured to reach such a shocking size. On the bright side, demon beasts like the bewitching magic spider were usually weaker in direct combat. Mo Fan took a deep breath, catching a strange scent coming from the bewitching magic spider's body. Luckily, it didn't look ridiculously strong. This was winnable. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.